What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I tried to smash some guy to get over my ex. Get under someone to get over somebody else. Let's get it.
Hi guys, Lala here. So you know how they tell you that if you want to get over someone, you need to get under someone else? Well, story time. So I think it was back in 2018, and I'd just broken up with this guy that I was madly in love with. So sometimes when I'd sit and think about him, I would realize that, you know what, I actually miss the eggplant session. So I was like, you know what, let me just apply the get under someone to get over someone. So there's this guy that I used to skate with. He was fine. You know, one of these guys that you never look at like that, but you know that they look good, but it's just that you're in a relationship and you don't want to mess around. So yeah. So I
Catch that.
reached out to the guy. Every time after we skate, he would always tell me like, so we go home, I go make you dinner. I'd always reject. So this specific Sunday, I went there. I was in a dress. I knew what I was going for.
Did you go in a bonnet too?
So when you got to town after he finished skating, because I did not, then he was like, so you go home, I go make you dinner. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
Gentlemen, and my African brothers, listen. I need to know South African, Zimbabwean. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get where the accent's from. Let's keep listening.
He was like, you're serious? Twende. Nikakuwa like, yeah, let's go. So we got to his place. He made dinner. We had dinner, watched a few movies. So in the process, I wanted to like change into something more comfortable. So I asked him to give me something to change into. He gave me a matching tee with sweatpants. So I wanted to change, and when I changed, I didn't put on the sweatpants because, again, like I've told you, I was trying to get under someone. So I just put on the tee. I went back to the living room. We watched a few other movies, played a few games. Then I got sleepy, so I told him, I'm very sleepy. Let me go to bed. So he said, it's fine. He's finishing up a few things, then he's going to come and join me. So I went to bed. The guy came back later after I'd fallen asleep. You know how you sleep with someone on the same bed, especially a guy, and then kuna konga na those what they call accidental touches. As much as you know, they're not accidental. So yeah, this guy did not, even by mistake, touch me at all the whole night.
That's what they want, right? Respectful man. That's what they want. Congratulations.
I slept like a baby, no touch at all. I even forgot that I was sleeping next to someone. So I woke up in the morning. He made me breakfast, brought me breakfast in bed. I was like, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Definitely, he's gonna get some. So he did not touch me the whole night, and I was like, okay, fine. He was just being respectful, which is something that I also appreciate. So during the day, he told me that he has to rush out. He needs to run a few errands, then he'll come back. So he left. So as he was gone, I was just like strategizing, trying to look at how do I get this man to
Bust my cheeks.
To do it without actually seeming
Fast, not
you know,
slow.
the impression that people get that when a lady makes a move, like you just wanted the eggplant session. So I was just scheming, thinking of how do I get him to do it.
I want you guys to really think about this, how women will literally sit there and try to think, how can I get this guy to bust my cheeks without the blame being on me, without me looking like a 304? How can I make sure by the end of this, he initiated it, it's his fault? Listen, the mindset the women are in when it comes to sex just like puts the man at such a terrible, vulnerable position. I don't know what country she's in, but the truth is women think like this all over. Is they want to set up the situation before sex to always be the man's fault because, again, it takes accountability. She doesn't want to look like a 3 or 4, and in case anything happens, she can say, you wanted this, you did this. This is dangerous when you think of like accusations and shit like that, right? That's what was also going through my mind. Let's keep listening.
So by the time he came back, I already had the perfect plan in mind. So, okay, I've seen that this is not enough for that. So let me post part 2 right now.
All right, guys, it's part 2. She's trying to figure out how to get this guy to initiate sex. Let's see what she came up with.
Hi guys, this is Lela. So this is part 2 Hope you've watched part 1. So by the time this guy came back, I'd already came up with a very good plan that I was sure was gonna work. So we had lunch. Then kidogo he had cards. So I was like, "So we play cards?" He said, "Fine." We played cards, even like free ball for some time. Then I said, "How about we make it a little bit interesting?" He said, "Okay, we play for cash." So he asked if we play for cash. I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So we played for cash. Then I told him, "Okay, how about we make it like more interesting? How about if you lose, you have to take off something." So do you see where I was going with this? Because I was tired of hinting and like waiting for this guy to make a move, because I think he was just being respectful, which is nice, but that I did not go there to be respected.
Damn. She said I went there to be disrespected. Fast, not slow. Listen, guys, it's crazy how much a man who doesn't understand cues like this or signals, or a man who's too respectful, also is a problem for most women. Like it turns them off. Actually, they start to lose attraction. Let's keep listening.
So I told him, if you lose, then you take off something. If I lose, I take off something. So at this point, I was wearing the sweatpants that he had given me in the morning. I had some socks on and a t-shirt. So we played, and I realized that he was losing a lot. He was not very, very good at playing cards. So I intentionally
This guy was
started
oblivious,
losing,
bro.
so I could also like be a part of this game and like take off something. Come on. So we played, and then it got to a time when I was almost completely bare. He had his boxers on. So he shifted from where he was seated, came to where I was seated, kidogo. So I was like, yeah, it's about to go down. This is happening. It is happening, and it's happening now. So he shifted, came to where I was seated. Nini, started making like eye contacts, what, telling me I look good and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, he finally gets it. Then when he like went to make the move, I just realized, I started wishing that this guy was my ex. Because in my head, I was like, by this time, we would have gone to Mombasa and back. By this time, I would not even have had to like, I did not need to give you a hint. I did not need to like give him a hint. I would just look at him like this, and he knows it should go down. So when he just like, especially when he came to sit next to me, that's when I realized, you know what, this is definitely not gonna work. It's not gonna happen, because I look at him and I start wishing that, you know what,
No
I wish
way.
it was him, because
You're telling me you went through all that and decided, no, actually, I don't want to do this?
he would have done a few things differently. So I started
Dang.
wishing and thinking that it was him and blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, you know what? I've just remembered I need to run some errands for my mom.
Oh,
and I had forgotten
no.
about that. So let me just rush out. So I just dressed up real quick and I left. I kid you not. This guy, the next time aliniona, alinitukana, my goodness. And then nilimona the next time kama amelewa. And I was with another guy.
I think she just said there in that language. I'm hearing similarities to language that I grew up speaking in my household. Because guys, from Zambia, moved here when I was 7 years old. I think she says the next time he saw me, he was mad. Tukana is like mad. He was angry, and she's about to say he saw me with another guy. She's speaking another language.
He called me names. What? But I don't blame him. So I don't know if it works for other people, but it did not work for me. I could not get under someone to get over someone. So stay smart with Lela.
Wow. Okay, guys, as always, let's check out a few of these comments. Let's see what people thought in response to this story. First comment reads, he was trying to protect himself. A self-disciplined man is a dangerous and unbreakable man. Yeah, you this is true, guys. This is true, but here's the truth. If you don't understand cues from a woman, especially a woman who wants you to initiate sex, if you believe women when they say things like, I'm coming over today and we're not going to do anything, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm just saying you're going to have a tough time. Because the truth is, you ask any woman, she says that, does she mean it? Most cases, no. And you would think the more respectful you are as a man, the more a woman will find you more attractive. You're right. The less you want to disrespect her body, the more she wants you. But nah, right? When she's in that primal, lustful state, man, she wants to be disrespected. That's just the facts. And the nice guys are going to comment on this video and go, that's terrible.
Put that coffee down.
Next comment from a woman here says, CD Boys, with the laughing emoji. Another comment says, the problem with being a gentleman, you get dumped. Yeah. Listen, this isn't the 1850s. Being a gentleman back there, being a gentleman was for ladies. Are these women carrying themselves like ladies in this era that we're in? I remember a guy said, bro, you shouldn't let women change you. If you're a guy who brings flowers and you're a gentleman, then you should keep that up, right? Don't let a woman change you. No, bro. It's called changing your mating strategy. When the game changes, you change too, because the goal is to win. It doesn't mean you are a bad person, but you adjust to the current dating market. That's how you win. Next comment here says, that's a bad way to get over someone, using the person. That happens more times than you think. We got another woman who says, I got under someone, but I didn't get over the other person at the time. However, I got a good workout. Damn, he's... Next comment here with the laughing emoji says, but why do I want to know why he called you names? And another chick responded to him and says, because she tried and led him on. Then after he was also in the mood, she immediately left, leaving him out to dry. Yeah, he had to choke his chicken that night for sure. Our last comment here comes from a man who says, thought you guys want gentlemen. She responds and says, we do. Oh man, we do want gentlemen. Lies are for simps, lies are for betas. And this guy's like, okay, she's reaffirming his blue pill mind conditioning that women go out looking for gentlemen, and those are the men they want to sleep with. Oh man. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate y'all for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.